feel like I'm chugging these all the time.
Cheer. I already had my caffeine intake for the morning, for the day.
That might be my second one. I'm trying to lay off, but man, Primas, it's...
Oh, yeah, we need an update of the last update you gave us. Remember, you're like, I think I'm down to only one Alani, but now we're back up to 2.
I'm going to blame it on, I try to find any excuse to drink my second one. I think I love the taste, but I'm going to blame it on because Jaden was awake last night and I couldn't go back to sleep at like 1. So, but I didn't stay up until that time. I went back to sleep, but just, my REM wasn't had.
Happens. I understand.
You're very fluent in that.
Yes. All right, Primas, welcome back. I'm Clari.
And I'm Kristi.
And this is Dear
Primas.
Hola, hola. So
Clari's in Miami. We've got the time right now, so we're trying to knock out some episodes to, crank out and be consistent Primas.
Be back. I'm trying to get back on the saddle. Okay?
Yeah.
Did you see I shared our thing on story that we're back?
Yes.
Hey, actually, I'm like, okay, this could work. We're gonna have to get back together, like when we come back for sure, and try to do like a content. We have to brainstorm so that we can get some things
videos
out.
Yes.
Together.
I was thinking the same thing, especially if we're gonna plan on having Delamutes, Bird, Fuente.
Delamutes. Delamutes is the best. For Fuente, it sounds a little weird.
It does.
It rolls. Delamutes flows well.
Yes.
But yes, our combined little Christmas festivities that we try to do to get all together.
Yep. And on the Christmas theme, we just kind of wanted to talk through a few things that, come within the Christmas time, the holidays time. Do we want to start with Christmas cards? Do we want to start with just, what your thoughts are on Christmas cards?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe. So receiving or getting them done or
the process of actually doing them.
Yes. Well, I feel like you should begin because you're a skilled professional.
No, we're near that. I've gotten some. It's December 11th when we're recording this. I've already gotten 4 of them, and I need to speak to these people personally because how do they get it out so quickly, so efficiently, so well, and the quality of them is superb. So now I'm rethinking my thought process and like, maybe I need to do this in January. I mean, in June and July and already have it done. Like the ones that I like to, okay, so mine, I scramble because the lady that we used this year had the minis during November, which I would suggest doing a mini because my husband does not like the thought of it. Oh, for sure. No way. We're not sitting down to take this 45-minute like portrait mode type of picture. It's got to be quick and fast. And I think it was like a 20-minute. And if you're late, if you're within that 20-minute mark and you're late, that eats out of your time for sure. And he was like in and out. It happened to be outside this time. Oh, most of them are outside. It was, of course, 85 degrees.
I saw your comment on Facebook to somebody.
85 degrees at a Christmas tree farm. Of course, it was the only 85-degree day that we chose. And I had already thought, I think the boys can wear long sleeve shirts, pants, for sure boots. Yeah, we were all sweating. I was sweating the most, of course.
Yeah, because you're thinking about everything. And
and
you had their chunky sweater on. But
I had a chunky
beautiful
sweater on.
That's why we were like, maybe I should just do it in June. I was going to say, well, the temperature would not be that different, honestly.
Yes, right.
It would not.
Yeah.
See, that's one thing I took into consideration for sure because I run hot lately. So I was like, outside right now because I know how the weather in Texas fluctuates. Because before that, I think the week before, a few days before, it was pretty chilly.
Yep.
And then, of course, the day that you would like it to be chilly, we don't get that. So I was like, I don't want to be a sweaty Betty. So I was going to do it indoors. But yeah, this was our first year doing a family photo shoot like that for our Christmas card, which I don't know if we're going to, well, we're treating it more like a holiday card, going to send it out for the new year, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, but,
because you got to wait for them to get back. You got to wait for the actual pictures to get back. And then once you do that, then you have to go on a site and order them, which have you done that part?
No. But
okay.
I had,
yeah.
excuse me, I did do a mock-up because Adrian's going to use it as like somewhat of a marketing material to send out, you know, to new clients and everything. But it's the quantity wise, it's going to be up there. So actually we're going to take the route of using, like doing like a postcard. Like it's going to be
I love that.
And it comes out to like 8 cents a picture. Just to, you know, because it's gonna be a lot. And not just, you know, the family. So, you know, just trying to get the most bang for our buck. I think that's the route that we're going to take this year. Sorry, crazy.
What are you gonna do for return address? Like, are you going to, or are you sending like an update type of thing? Like, hey, we're moving, or no? When you do the postcard?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah, it's just a,
Okay.
Just a touch, you know.
Yeah.
And as far as for like our family, if they get one, you know, that'll be, I mean, I guess we'll put this address in the corner, right? But yeah, so with time wise, we got them done also, like we got them done a week before Thanksgiving. We got them done, and then so his sister also got some family pictures done literally like within the same week. I think she got them back the same time that we got ours back, and by like 2 days after that, she was already texting me, hey, should I send this out to your address or to the new address? I'm like, shit. I'm like, gosh darn, like move very quick. I guess you kind of have to, but but let's talk like, okay, the mental, so getting the outfits prepared, you know, like what are they, is that why you just do like the boys the same? Because you're like, boom, done.
Ran out. Yes.
Because I feel like that's a theme each year. They're pretty much matching, like,
absolutely,
or every year.
One less thing. Yes. The hardest part for me, I think, is it's helpful whenever the photographer that you use does send out like at least a, hey, if you're looking at this color, here is like a color wheel for the colors that you're thinking. I mean, I always go to is navy, but she said something because she was like, you know, take into account the background is going to be green. So you don't, like, if you are going to wear green, please, like, she even like capitalized in her email, please don't wear black. And I literally was thinking, I'm going to wear black. But I think the hardest part is getting my outfit first. And then John, he's a literal day of kind of guy. Like, he's like, what do I got in my closet? Drives me nuts. So if he's going to do, I already know he's going to do that, regardless of if I say, hey, you know what, let's go shop this weekend and go see if we can find an outfit for you. Not happening. So most of the time he's got a rotation of 5 shirts that he's going to use for holiday-ish type of things.
That's Adrian,
and I got to make sure the boys coordinate with that somehow.
Yeah, so whenever I booked a session, we were actually here in Miami for the first time choosing the spot. And it was like, then we went to like this fabulous Ross that's here in the certain like neighborhood, a very affluent neighborhood, but it's humongous. And his dad was like, y'all gotta see it, y'all gotta see it. So we went, and I actually found like, that's where I found Antonio's sweater. And I was like, okay, this has, it was like tan with the olive green and the deep red. And I had my dress, that was what I wore for my birthday, but we didn't take any pictures on my actual birthday dinner day or whatever. And so I'm like, worst comes to worst, I just wear this because it has the same exact colors. And I already knew Adrian had like 2 olive options, like that deep olive green.
Yes.
And then, so all that was left was Santi. And then when we got back, I went to Carter's, and they had like the cutest little, it was a set, but I just got like the top was like red. So him and Adrian were solid colors, red and green. And then I was like print that had it. And then Antonio was print too. So we kind of like, you know, it went. And it just so happened that literally I didn't go to get Santi's like probably till like 2 days before the shoot. And I already had thought in my head that Adrian had something olive.
Right.
A
that
little
would tie
olive.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like that is also, you know, it falls on us to
Always.
think that. So like that mind,
Yes.
just thinking about the different things that you have to,
Yes.
that's like one
Yes.
extra task.
Yes.
But I will say we also did the mini session. It was 15 minutes. Whenever I found her, I just found her like online. I was just like searching, Houston, da da da. And once you search something on social media, you start getting all the ads, you start getting all the
Absolutely.
things pop up.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a 15-minute mini session. And I love the backdrop that she had. It was just like very neutral. So like most of the colors would work. It looked like it was indoors, right?
Yes.
Um,
It wasn't.
when she sent the address and I put it into the Google, it looked like, okay, those neighborhoods that have like 0 HOA, that have like land and property. It was like that kind of place. And it was like in a little bit past Pearland. I don't know if it was technically is it Rocheron? I don't know. Yeah, I think it was technically Rocheron, but honestly, it was like literally right
Way
next to
out there.
Pearland. But it
Okay,
was like, yeah. But she was like the best price for like the most edited pics. I feel like 15 minutes, 15 to 20, especially with littles, I feel like that's the
You gotta
easiest,
get into that. Yeah.
And so, although Santin was like asleep the whole time in the car, so when we got there, he needed, I think, one more minute to take things in to really get that smile out of him. But it's because by the time we were walking out, he was all smiles. She's like, well, there we go. But anyway, so when she sends the address and then she sends like,
The
park, you're gonna
instructions.
see, yeah, the instructions on like where to park. And I'm like, oh my God. So we drive up and it has like two manufactured homes on there, like, and this dog is like barking, and then we go back, and then so it's like it was what is it, a shed type of
Oh,
thing, think of a
okay.
shed, but I mean very cost efficient on her end, because if that's where she lives and she has this, so needless to say, it was indoor. We had a roof over our head, but was it breezy and inside AC? No.
I see. Yeah. Yeah.
But it wasn't terrible, because at least I think when we got there in the morning, it was still kind of cloud coverage.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was still a little hot. But yeah, I mean, like, it was not in a studio. At first I thought it was like in a studio,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. But we still would have been able to take pictures, I think, if the weather was like raining or something. I think that's always like my fear too, is like the
Yes.
rain. Like,
Right.
we got to get these done.
Rescheduling. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So, but I do say, yeah, mini sessions, great. And wish I would have been a little bit more vocal on certain of some of the, what is it, like the way she tells us to pose and stuff. Yeah. I told Adrian, I said it, but I was like, oh, I hate doing that, but I didn't vocalize it. So a lot of these photographers like to do, oh, now put your head on their shoulder. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't like doing, like, it just doesn't
Yeah.
seem natural. I don't
Doesn't
like
seem
it.
comfortable. Doesn't probably
No,
look
not
comfortable. Yeah.
flattering. Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
our wedding photographer did a lot of that. I don't think I chose any of those. And I didn't choose any of that this time either for him and I. Or maybe I chose one, but I was just like a little bummed about that. And then I wish we would have done one where like we did one where the kids were, or that was just by themselves, but sit them down in front of us and then us two standing, like
Yeah.
to in that moment type of
Right.
thing. But I
Right.
also feel like I just wasn't also prepared mentally to
Yes.
offer
Yes.
those solutions.
At that
And
point. Yeah.
she was like super sick. She was like, I'm so sick. She's like, usually I'm more hands on with the kids and everything. She's like, but I want to. She's like, I didn't want to
Keep her
cancel,
distance.
and I want to keep my
Yeah.
distance. Yeah, so that was a culmination thing, but you live and you
Yeah.
learn.
Well,
So,
I was going to say, so two things. I feel like with the photographer that you use, one, I would recommend always have like if you do your due diligence, like social media, I think is a great way to do it. But also too, I think it comes whenever somebody highly recommends a photographer, I think that also speaks to how because I have used quite a few, right? I've always used, it's easy to use the family friend, the one that is most convenient for location wise. But this one was a pretty penny this time around, but this was Merry Christmas to me. But the intake form that she took prior to us going, she asked, can your kids walk? Does one of your kids require you to sit? Can you tell me about each of your kids? Do you have kids? Like, give me something that I can work with type of thing. And she had like two assistants with her. I think they were assistants, that also were helping with reminding her what the kids' names were, because I'm assuming she gets packed in with these kids. But she knew, I said, like, Bella's my Velcro baby. She's going to throw a fit probably if we have to get separated. And the time, of course, was not the most ideal time for her. But she had on that intake form something with like, I said, I don't like posy things. Like I want it to look more like natural.
Yeah.
Every single year I said that. And I feel like I was drawn to this photographer because her photos to me look more like in the moment. We're moving, we're grooving, not so like, and stand and place your hand type of thing. So I don't know. I wanted us to show the chaos.
Yeah. No, they were cute. I like the ones where the boys are running around, and the movement is nice, which I think with like the older kids, it's easier
to show
do
that.
in like the time allotted too. But yeah, my sister-in-law, she got some done, and she used her photographer for everything. Hers came out super good, but I think they had a long time because they went to like multiple locations. But it was a lot of like, they even went to like a swing set, and she's like the photographer's far away, and they're like throwing up the kid in the air,
that's
and
cute.
like a lot of in the moment shots, and I think those came out really nice. But yeah, ours were a little bit more full this year, but I feel like moving forward, we do like the natural, like, in the moment candid pictures. But also I'm like, right now I don't feel the best in candid moments. So like whenever I'm like, I'm like, okay. But definitely I liked having it and having those memories. I think it's definitely, you take pictures of the kids, but having pictures of you with the kids, and everybody looks nice. It's a nice thing to do.
Yes, I think 1000%. That is my favorite thing every single year, to look back on and just be like, wow, look how much they've grown over a year. I remember thinking like, I'm going to be as nice as possible this morning to Jonathan because I really don't want my mood to affect how these pictures are going to turn out. Like, I know my period's coming, but let me not be up to him this morning getting out the door, because I'm frazzled getting out the door. We had like baseball game. We had 2 baseball games. So we were going to go. John was already throwing a fit. My husband, John, was already throwing a fit because we were going to be going from a baseball game to the Christmas tree farm. And he was like, so we're not going to shower? And I was like, no, we can't smell you through the picture.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine, Karen.
Throw some water on your face.
Right. You're not the one playing in the baseball game. It's our son. And he's like, so he's going to be sweaty? And I was like, I don't care. I don't care if he's going to be sweaty. I'm going to probably be sweaty, but it's just for 15 minutes. We can be sweaty for 15 minutes. And he was already throwing a fit because he was like, well, I'll just go shower myself and then take 2 cars. And I was like, you do whatever you need to do, honey bun.
If you make it, you make it. If you don't,
yes.
I guess it's just me and the kids this year. I'll Photoshop you in the background.
Exactly. You know what? He didn't shower before the pictures. We went straight there, and he was just fine.
Yeah, someone that I grew up with, she had said she has 2 small kids too. I think her oldest is like maybe 4, and then the second one just turned 1. But she was like, we schedule our any family pictures that we're gonna take. We always schedule them when we have an event to go to later that evening or something, so that we're already getting ready for the day.
Smart.
We're not just getting ready for, whatever. And she's like, that just makes it. That's how she's tried to do it in the past. And I'm like, wow, that makes sense. But I think she does take them like in advance. She's not like a last minute, like, because who's to say you're going to have an event in November to get your pictures done or what have you. But so I'm like, well, that's a good little tidbit of a little piece of advice, But yeah, I think how often do y'all take y'all's pictures? Is it just once a year? Do y'all just do around Christmas time?
Around Christmas time.
Yeah.
Which I was even thinking like I've always wanted to do beach photos. And I mean, if we go to Miami, exactly, what better place to get a beach photo than Miami, But in like my favorite Christmas cards to get from, like, I love getting Christmas cards from all of our friends and family, but my favorite ones are the ones that go like on the back. So they'll have their, for example, like their Christmas card, nice post photo in the front, and then on the back they'll have just random things that they did that year, and then they have like a little spiel, like Ellison. I love getting her cards every year because in the back she's like, "Hey, this year Lalo did this. You know, we went to the Dodgers game. And they had the pictures of all of that. So it feels like maybe if you don't, see their updates on social media, which all of us
Yeah.
do to this day, but if you don't, like, it is a good little like, oh, catch up. Oh, that was so sweet. Oh, that's a cute photo of where they
The
visited, what they
highlights of the
did,
year.
the
Yeah.
highlights of the year. It's so cute. Those are my
That
favorite ones to get.
that's a good one. Yeah.
Yes,
And we've
yes.
received some that's just like, hey, here's our family picture. Happy holidays. Like, like they just to
Oh
send
my.
something out.
Yeah, yeah.
um and that's been, like I feel the pressure to get the perfect photo I think is real. Like
Oh,
if
yeah,
you want to
yeah.
send stuff out, but it doesn't have to be anything. I saw a really cute one. Actually, I started getting ads from here in Miami. They got like one of those little the little tight cars that the Flintstone little cars for the
Oh,
kids.
yeah, yeah.
It was painted all red, and then they tied like a mini Christmas tree on the top, and
That's
they're on the
cute.
beach, and the kid was like,
That's cute. How
that was
cute would that be for
super.
you guys to send
I
out for next year?
know,
So
I know.
Miami. Yes, you have to
Yes,
do that.
yeah,
Something like that, at least. Like, "Hey, we're here."
exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's so
But
cute.
yeah, I think everybody does need to have a good professional photo shoot done, every once in a while because they are nice pictures. And I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
the memories, like you said, and my brother's family is so good at getting it done like every year so that you could see the kids growing and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
those
Even too,
memories.
like I told you, the newborn pics, like, obviously, John got the shit end of the stick because he
Yeah.
didn't get any.
Yeah.
But I look back and look at Jaden's all the time, and I love Bella's, of course, my girl. But those are two of my favorite to get the newborn pictures.
Yeah, we didn't do it either. So maybe number 3 eventually will. Yeah, because that's extremely hard too. We've talked about that, I think. Like, you're in the thick of the newborn stage.
Oh
You're
yeah,
not feeling your best. You're like,
yeah,
and you gotta put it together. But when I see people's, you're not thinking about that. When you see
no,
the
right,
pictures,
right,
you're like,
right,
oh, like
yeah,
it's beautiful memory. So yeah, I think maybe number 3 will
yeah,
have
yeah.
that
You have to mentally
happen.
be prepared for,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
What else? Should we stay on the lines of Christmas and talk about like holiday movies? Are the boys into anything right now? Like no, does
Oh
he
my
like
God, Antonio loves Frosty, the old school, like
oh
I don't even know when it came out, but it's super old. He
yeah.
loves Frosty. He would ask to watch Frosty all the time, even
The
if
one
it
with the
wasn't
scary
Christmas.
looking like guy with a big nose.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
Okay, okay,
cartoon
okay.
one. The cartoon
Yeah, yeah,
one, yeah.
yeah.
Yes, they have it on Peacock, I think. And he can watch that and he just like and it's only like 25 minutes long, I think, and he just like will sit there the whole time and watch it all. Since he was little, like when he watched it
I need to
like
throw that on.
last Christmas season and he loved it. And then so when it snowed last year or this year, I guess it snowed in February. Remember we got
Yeah.
all that snow and
Hmm.
we built the snowman. He said happy birthday because that's what Frosty says whenever he comes to life. He's like
Yeah.
happy birthday and like his little brain made that connection
Yeah.
and he said that was like the first thing he said when we built the snowman. We were like, did he just get that from Frosty? Like, what is that? So, yeah, I don't know. He's always loved it. And he
Yeah.
would ask randomly before Christmas season to watch Frosty, and Lisette would put it on for him. So we're like, it's not winter. It's not Christmas. And then last year he also liked the animated Grinch. He loved that one.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
don't
that
know
one's
if
so
he's seen
cute.
it this season yet, but, that's like what he's into.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we love to, of course, our Friday and movie nights. We grew up watching like the 25 Days of Christmas on ABC Family. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like my brain is, trained for that and prepared to watch 25 Days of Christmas. So we try to do some sort of Christmas movie for the boys. Or we've only done it a couple of times, like those days that it's been so cold that they hadn't been outside.
Mm-hmm.
But John's cousin came over, Kaylee, and stayed with us, and she said that she was obsessed with Santa Paws, which I remember Ika being obsessed with
No.
Santa Paws, the one with the little puppies.
Mm-hmm.
So we had them watch it with her. Bella loved it. I mean, asks for wow wow every day, of course.
Yeah.
Loved the Santa Paws movies, but of course they love Home Alone. The boys love Alone. Jaden thinks the real Grinch one with Jim Carrey is a little scary still. I think he just likes the cartoon one.
Yeah.
Um,
There's one that we watched before we had kids, Adrian and I. I think they have it on Netflix. It's like when the elves like is animated, but they like try to like they have these super intricate ways of like getting into like saving Santa from getting in the house or
with
I wish I remember.
lasers or something. It's like a series.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
No, wait, a
Oh,
series? No, it's a movie.
a movie.
But it's yeah, I'll have to see. But we liked it a lot. I think I want to show Antonio that one this year to see if he'll watch it. I mean, it still goes probably like over his head. Oh, and he loves the Trash Truck. He watches Trash Truck on Netflix. It has 2 seasons. It's such a cute little cartoon, but they have a Trash Truck Christmas. And he likes that movie a lot. I play that
Paw
one.
Patrol had one that was like a Christmassy thing, and so of course they loved that. You know what I was thinking too, though? I was talking about the ELF. I was thinking, as much as yes, it is, you know, like a task every day to move this thing. I was thinking like, what I'm gonna be so sad next year because John will be 9 next year, or maybe even this year. What if he is in the act of catching me? Right?
Wait, he'll be 9
next year. Yeah, he's 8.
He's 8.
John is.
Oh shoot! No way. Is he?
2017. Yeah, he's 8.
I would think, yeah, no, how old? I think you know how old he is, but for me, I thought, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but like I was just thinking, it's gonna be sad when he's not that it's gonna be sad, but I'm sure he'll want to help. But like,
yes,
I need to not think of it as like, oh God, I gotta move it again, because next year this time will be so, you know,
the last time that all the kids are like in the true magic, but then he'll be helping you create the magic.
Right. And I don't think I'm prepared for that yet.
Yeah, I think they had the talk with Nila this year.
Oh, how old is she? Well, because they're the friends too.
She's
like
10.
At school.
Yeah, for sure.
Makes me so sad. And you know what? Shout out to the Primas who, even if their kids are older and they are little, you know, brats about it, if they are, as if you have the conversation with them, like, hey, friends might still believe in it, like, you should respect that. And maybe that's, you know, not make fun of them for it, because I do hear him say, like, oh, so and so has this and so has him at his house. And, you know, but I know that the majority of the neighbors that they do hang out with are older. And I know, like, for example, our neighbors, they're very good about talking to them and making them excited about it. Like, oh, that's so cool that your elf did that. When I know that they don't have an elf at their house, you know? So shout out to the Primas that still do make it a point to like, hey, you might not have it, but other kids still have that kind of magic in their house. Respect it and be, you know, nice about it, not little brats about it.
I know. That's the hard part. I mean, but
no, yeah, if you do think about it, let me know.
But last year, I think we talked about our favorite Christmas movies. We have an episode, I think, that talked about that. Yeah. But yeah, I think.
Yeah. Oh, so Layla, who is Michelle's girlfriend, gave me, she said they signed up for, yes. Oh, wife. Yeah, sorry, you're wifey now. Let me not make that your wifey now. She said that they signed up for Hallmark and are watching like all the Hallmark movies, which I love.
They're all the same.
They are, but don't you just love it around Christmas time? A good cheesy Christmas rom-com. I personally love it when I'm wrapping gifts. Like that is my favorite thing to do, is just have a Christmas movie on.
There's one with Lindsay Lohan.
Super cheesy.
I don't know if it was from last year, Netflix. But I like that one a lot. Yeah,
that one was cute. But yes, they all have the same thing. They fall in love, and then they break up, and then they find each other.
They don't want to go back to their hometown, and they go and they find the love of their life that they went to kindergarten with, and
it's so cute. But yes, they found a cheat code where if you sign up for it, you get a free month, and it happens to be the perfect month to
nice
watch it, cuddle up and watch it. Yeah,
that's funny.
So that was my spiel on the Hallmark movies.
I know that is one thing I feel like that I think this year we may be a little lacking on, is like that whole Christmas spirit, because we don't have the time to sit there and like do all the things, you know. But my mom, like, she decorated her whole house for the kids, you know, and to make that special for them. That's one thing that is kind of sad, but you know,
it's the time, the season that you're in, the season that you are dealt
Yeah.
that you just, you take it and next year you can make it just as special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Primas, let us know what your experience is with Christmas holiday cards, pictures. If there's a photographer that you
Mhm.
love, feel free to leave them down below. And yeah, I think that's all we got for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Till next time.
Adios.
Adios.